We learn from the mistakes of others, or maybe better to say we should learn from the mistakes of others. Our readings at Mass help us to do that. They're not just about people long ago, they're a mirror. If we look rightly, we can see ourselves. So let's look into that mirror. For the last few Sundays at the Mass, we have the Gospel of Mark. And Jesus is teaching his disciples and pointing out their weaknesses, and of course our weaknesses too. What are they? Well, first of all, notice in our readings from Mark these past weeks how Peter and the others continually misunderstand who Jesus is. Their faith is imperfect. You think as human beings do, not as God, Jesus says to Peter. And his disciples keep looking for success and power in this life. They're thinking of themselves more than others. Yes, they're following Jesus. Yes, they believe in him. But their faith is imperfect. We're like them. We need to keep saying what someone in the Gospel says to Jesus, I believe, Lord. Help my unbelief. Today's Gospel reveals another weakness that Jesus' disciples had, and I think we can also recognize it in ourselves. Someone has done something good. He's expelled a demon, but he's not one of Jesus' followers. We tried to stop him, they say, because he doesn't follow us. He's not one of us. Don't stop him, Jesus says. Whoever is not against us is for us. When someone does good, recognize what they do is good. When some people do good, recognize the good, whoever they are. Goodness is everywhere. God's grace is everywhere. Seeing what's good, wherever it is. We need to do that especially today, as life becomes divisive, as the world divides itself into countries and races and political parties, left, right, in between. When that happens, we can become blind to the good in those different than ourselves. The only good we see is the good in us or in the people at our side. God doesn't see things that way. Jesus reminds his disciples and us that God's grace, like rain and sunlight, falls on everyone. Don't miss it. If we miss seeing it, we miss seeing God himself. So let's keep our eyes open for the good that's everywhere.